Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Majin Buu Saga stage of the Goku Edition Red Zone. So this is the Goku Story Edition Red Zone, and we're going to see just how players can beat the Majin Buu Saga stage. So this is the 4th stage of the event. There is a mission for this stage to use Majin Buu Saga units, but for now, what I'm going to do is just run this as just a standard template team and discuss more the strategy against the bosses, and then I don't know, later on, do a video about the category team, because I just like doing that. It gives people multiple different teams to build, shows you that, hey, you can use this, or you can counter the bosses in this way, and I think generally speaking, it just gives people more to work off of. Plus also it's just more fun for me. I get to run the stage twice instead of once, which, I do like doing. I like to test out the stages. So anyway, for Majin Buu Saga, so we have 4 phases. We have Yakon, the first phase, 70 million health, 1 million in super, and 350 in terms of attack. Not anything too crazy, but he does some pretty annoying stuff. So he builds his attack with every Ki Blast super. That goes against him, so you're going to want to be careful about that. And he lowers allies' Ki by 3 randomly. This is also pretty irritating. Both of these aren't too crazy, but they can be slightly annoying. And because he's relatively tanky, generally what I'd say is you can struggle a little bit, especially if you build up his attack too much. He is, in general, though, a good phase just to kind of build off of and have a good time with. The next one we have is Vegeta, Majin Vegeta. He hits for about 1 million as well and 350 attack, so nothing too crazy, very similar to Yakon. His big mechanic is that he hits like a truck if a Goku unit is present. Well, not like a truck, but more, he hits about 1.4, 1.5, and he's just a lot stronger defensively. It's not game-breaking, like it's not absolutely inherently game-breaking, but it is annoying, and obviously something you can avoid when you're building a team. So just don't bring a Goku character. Then for the 3rd phase we have Majin Buu Good. This unit hits for 2.1 million and has an attack of 750k. He will change Ki Spheres into sweets randomly, which can be quite annoying, and obviously he recovers HP. He also lowers your attack on his super. I would say overall he's not necessarily the worst unit in the world, but he is definitely a step up from the previous rounds. The sweets are pretty annoying, just for the most part, because no one really wants to deal with that mechanic. It can ruin some flow of your team and some supers and things like that. And obviously him recovering HP is somewhat annoying. And then you have Majin Buu Kid, the final phase. 170 million health, so quite a bit. 600k normals, 1.8 million super attack. But he does a couple of irritating things. So he builds up his attack with each turn passed up to 100%. So he'll hit pretty close to a 4 million super once fully built up. He also disables attack and defense reduction, immunity to being stunned, immunity to being sealed, and he recovers HP. But he also nullifies damage from unarmed super attacks, which can be irritating. So basically you deal with Yakon by having units that have unarmed or physical super attacks, but then this gives you a bit of an issue against Kid Buu. My suggestion would be don't care too much about Yakon. Like, although it does make him stronger, he's not the worst to deal with even at full strength, and even then you should be able to handle him with his lower health pool. So rather focus on having attacks that bypass Kid Buu more so than Yakon. Chances are you'll get through Yakon and then you'll be having a much better time against Kid Buu than you would if you didn't. And that would be my honest suggestion. Our team build that we went with is Movie Bosses team. Obviously, if anyone knows, I love Movie Bosses, one of my favorite teams. Just the strength of the tech Broly, with the power of the Int Broly, with the power of the Tech Beerus. We can run double Janembas, who I love running, although it is a little bit difficult actually running both of them, weirdly enough. But we have Int Janemba, who's really great, good at chucking out some big damage. We also have Janemba, physical Janemba, who can also put out some good damage with his active skill. Once fully built up, he does some good damage. We have Cell Max, also pretty good. The big issue we have with the team ultimately is that a lot of them actually have unarmed super attacks, so they just end up getting nullified like a lot. Like a lot. So that's something that's not too great actually. Weirdly enough, it gives us quite a few problems, and it's something that's actually not really ideal for us. So to kind of like counteract that, you just have to make sure that your units get off their big 18 keys, because a lot of the follow-ups aren't going to do damage. You have to be careful of Buu sealing, but beyond that, the team is very strong from a defensive standpoint. So we're never in like a major concern, because we could take the hits. Basically, we could tank the attacks, take the hits, and pretty much just keep dishing out through our 18 keys, and it wasn't too much of a worry. I think for teams where, you know, you can't take the heat back and you're constantly having your attacks nullified, I do think it will give you some issues, because yeah, it's just too much consecutive damage without you dealing damage back. His healing actually heals quite a bit. Like, I think there was a 2-turn period where he sealed one of my units and my rotations were off, and he actually gained health back over the course of the 2 turns because everything was nullified, and yeah, I didn't do it properly. So yeah, obviously, you know, all of that clearly something that you have to deal with, but I think overall you should hopefully be able to make things work. At least that's my perspective on it. I think ultimately it's a very fun stage with some interesting mechanics. I think maybe a little bit too weak, but the Goku's family ones have felt more introductory than the Vegeta's ones. Like, they felt like they had a nicer tempo. So yeah, I think it was just a lot of fun, and we'll have to take a look at the next one. But until then, take care, stay safe, and if you need any more help, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. So yeah, as always, take care, stay safe, and let me know if you need any more help. Otherwise, I'll get you guys in the next one. Take care, and bye.